Today's passage focuses on how God showed the world the depth of his love by sending his son Jesus to save us. Jesus' life is the perfect example of how to love like God loves. Jesus died to offer us love so powerful it destroys sin and death. And Jesus asks us to respond to his gift by sharing God's love with others. The mission statement of Faith Church is sharing God's love through new life in Jesus Christ. And today I've invited Cortlyn and Trav to share their story of future hope and ways in which you can also live into God's gift of love in this season.
Dear Faith Church, I hope this Christmas season we can take seriously the vision of our church, sharing God's love through new life in Jesus Christ. My hope is you can share this love throughout the Christmas season as well. Our vision of sharing God's love through new life in Jesus Christ is extremely important this year considering the pandemic we are currently living through. This has been a hard season for many. I have experienced the sickness of family and friends, college plans destroyed, sports seasons that never occurred, trips canceled, and the disappearance of what we may call normal life. I've hurt for so many in our community who struggle to find food, who have lost their jobs, or whose kids are home and struggling to receive the education and the social life that they greatly desire. My hope is that through this hard season, each of us can share God's love. There are many ways to share this love. It may include graciously providing a meal or baking for someone, to donate food to his harvest stand, hand to hand, Fishers of Men, or the Bridge, as they are generously distributing food around the community. My hope is that you can share God's love by helping take care of the kids down the street whose parents are overwhelmed and busy. Check in on those who are lonely or experiencing one disappointment after another. Be authentic. Have kind and compassionate conversations with the people who disagree with you. Think before you post on social media. Choose to love every day because I want the world to see Jesus through you. God is love. If we scatter love around our community this holiday season, we will be spreading the joy of God. Jesus' life perfectly represents how to love like God loves. He died to offer me and you a love that destroys sin and death. To respond to this wonderful gift, we must share God's love with others, especially throughout this holiday season.
Dear Faith Church, my hope this Christmas season is that we all take seriously the vision of Faith Church, which is to share God's love through new life in Jesus Christ. This crazy year has been hard for so many people. I've seen sports seasons canceled, college plans ruined, and many people have gotten seriously sick. I have seen arguments between close friends over politics and debates that have hurt one another. My heart goes out to the people in our community who don't know where the next meal is coming from. I feel bad for the people who have lost their jobs or businesses. Virtual learning is not easy for kids and teachers, and I'm incredibly sad for all the kids missing out on opportunities to meet new people and to make fun and new memories with classmates. There have been so many losses for so many people. My hope is that we at Faith Church can share God's love. I hope you can reach out to someone you aren't very close to and try to get to know them better. People feel lonely now more than ever, and it is important for them to know that they are not alone. I hope you can share God's love by donating to local missions. It will feel good to know you're providing a child their next meal. I hope you can share God's love by offering a kind word to someone you might not agree with. It's hard to argue with kindness. I hope that you can share God's love by praying for healing relationships in our community. We know that we are all better together. 1 Corinthians 16 verse 14 says it very well. Let all that you do be done in love. I believe Faith Church has a great opportunity this season to share God's love through new life in Jesus Christ by loving others.